Hi, today we're going to look at another core sequence. We're going to be adding the stability ball for a few of the moves just to change up what we have been doing, make it a little bit more interesting and make it fun and challenging at the same time. So we're going to look at 12 exercises, 30 seconds each exercise. I'm going to include a 10-second rest in between each exercise so that it just gives me a chance to go from one move to the next and talk about what you're doing. But I don't want you to have too much rest in between. We want to keep the flow going and keep it nice and challenging. Right, I'm going to start the timer. We'll start off with the glute bridge, and then we'll gradually work on making it a little bit harder, and hope you enjoy it. So you're lying down on the mat to start off with. Knees are bent, heels are relatively close to your bottom, because that way you'll work your glutes more than your hamstrings. And I'll just switch on my timer. So upper body's quite nice and relaxed. Hands are relaxed, don't clench your fists. You raise and lower, so you're squeezing your bottom to raise up. It's a simple exercise, but actually you can put a lot more into it by giving me a really good squeeze at the top. If you don't do that nice squeeze at the top, you're not getting the same amount out of the exercise as you could do. Think about switching your stomach muscles on. Think about sending your tummy button to your spine as you lift. Okay. So now I want you to put your right ankle over your left knee, hands behind your head. You're going to give me a twist. So you're twisting your left armpit to your right knee, back again. So we'll twist. So I'm not straining my neck. I'm not pulling on my head with my hands. I'm using my hands to take the weight of my head as I twist over and use my abdominals to work to the side. So just using the side of the waist for this move for 30 seconds. Okay. Right leg goes down, left ankle goes over your right knee, and prepare to do it the other side. So this time we're thinking about right armpit going to left knee. If you think about the armpit rather than the elbow, you tend to get a much better move and not so much of it's not about the movement of the elbow, it's about how close you can get to the knee using your abdominals rather than moving your elbow. Great. Okay. Relax your neck. Then I want you the flat of your feet together, knees wide. Again, hands behind your head. This time you're crunching up for me. So you give me a crunch, back down. Crunch, back down. Again, I'm not pulling on my head. My head is heavy in my hands, and it's my stomach muscles that are bringing up head and arms. Not coming up too high. I'm not straining my chin. I'm just working my stomach muscles. Okay, so now we're going to get the ball. We're going to spend a little bit longer on this one. I want you to put the ball between your feet, and I want you to lie down with the ball held between your feet. Then I want you to transfer the ball to your hands. Legs go down to the floor, hands go down to the floor with the ball. Come back up and swap over. Again, legs go to the floor, arms go to the floor. So it's the same move each time. It's just one time you do it, the ball's between your legs. The next time you do it, the ball's between your hands. Now, if going to the floor with the ball is a little bit too much, don't go so far. So just go to that point or drop the ball to the floor. You don't have to go all the way to the floor. So just do the easier move for a little while, just to give you an idea. But if you can, work on the full move. So you've got the ball down to the floor each time. But it is quite a tough move, quite challenging on your abdominals. That's great. You're now going to have the ball underneath your ankles. I want your knees slightly bent, shoulders relaxed, and I want you to lift and lower. So we're getting into your hamstrings a little bit more this time. So I know it might look an easy move, and for some with stronger hamstrings, might not be so much of a challenge. But really try and squeeze your bottom and lift up. My legs are not locked and long, they're slightly bent. And my shoulders are quite relaxed. Okay, we're going to make this slightly harder now. I want you to bend your left leg, and you're just going to take the weight with your right leg. So we'll do the moves up and down, just right leg. Okay, so my knees slightly bent. These are not great ones for me. So you'll see that my foot might seem a little bit tense. I'm trying to think about relaxing it. It's not always that easy to relax it. So I don't want the knee very bent. I don't want your right knee very bent. The left knee is the bent leg. Okay. Lengthen both out, give the legs a bit of a shake. And you're going to go on to the other side. So bend the right knee in. Have a slight bend in the left leg. And again, raise and lower. Now some of you will be able to get up higher than me. This is definitely one that I need to keep working at. So you're trying to keep the left foot as relaxed as possible, and you're trying to keep your shoulders as relaxed as possible and not clench your fists. But it's very tempting to do it. Okay, that's great. Still with the ball, you're going to come over, have the ball underneath your tummy button, hands onto the floor. Then I want you to alternate legs. So it's left arm, right leg, right arm, left leg. You might need to play about with this position a little bit, just to see whether you want the weight further over into your hands or a little bit further back into your legs. But the aim is to try and lengthen through fingertips and toes. Okay. So now I want tummy button back onto the ball, but this time I want hands behind your head. I want you to go over and lift up, over, turn to the left, over, turn to the right. So we're coming straight up once, over to the left, over to the right. So I'm trying to keep my stomach muscles switched on as much as I can so that I don't compromise my lower back. Excellent. Your final move, I want you to do a plank for me. So I want you to do forearms onto the ball, lengthen one leg, lengthen the other, make it look nice and easy. It's not easy, I know it's not easy, but you're trying to stay as relaxed as you can through your shoulders, switch your stomach muscles on, keep your glutes firing, so keep those switched on, lengthen your legs, stretch out through your calves. Might feel a little bit of shuddering going on. Give the ball a little circle if you feel like it, but you're trying to stay as straight as possible. Then bend one knee, bend the other, rather than collapse out of it. And there's your core workout. And if you feel like it, have another go, repeat it, and have a bit of fun with it. Thank you.